I'm sitting on the bed and I'm thinking to myself, no, this is not happening. He just did not tell me that my 2-year-old has cancer. That just doesn't happen. Kids just don't get cancer. This is not happening to us. So the first initial thing I thought was, I can't lose my baby. It was just the most awful feeling laying him on that counter or that table and him saying to me, please, Mommy, don't leave me. Please, Mommy, don't leave me. And then them starting to put the anesthesia in and then him just go limp. I just started, crying uncontrollably at that point. Everything went really well. Noah did phenomenal through the entire surgery. His vital signs were stable. And then he said we didn't require colostomy, which I thought was all great news. And then he said, however, the tumor had, ruptured when they were pulling it out. And the first thing I thought was, if that's cancer, then they just spilled cancer in his entire abdomen. He said, this is Dr. Barksdale. I'm so sorry to be calling you at this hour. I'm in Las Vegas on a conference. And I just have some pathology report to read to you, and I won't be back, and I would like to let you know the results. And I said, okay. So he said, Noah has germ cell cancer. And then I thought, okay, we're gonna be starting chemotherapy, and I wasn't really sure as far as how soon or how much, but I knew that we had a pretty rough battle ahead of us. His biggest side effects from the chemo on the first day was uncontrollable sweating. I mean, he was literally drenching his bed sheets. We were changing his pillowcase about every half hour. I think I actually realized that, he was sick as he was when he lost all of his hair. That was a constant reminder to me that something was wrong, and it's still surreal to me. It still doesn't really feel like it completely happened to us. But I think when he lost his hair, that was the most devastating. We had 2 weeks in between chemo, and they told us the danger zone, I believe, was 7 to 10 days after chemo as far as him getting sick. So we came out of that part and I said, wow, this is great. Everything's gonna go good. This really isn't gonna be that bad. And Dr. Egler said that the first round of chemo is sometimes the worst. So I said, wow, if this is gonna be the worst, he's gonna do fantastic. Well, a few days before we were supposed to start the second round of chemotherapy, Noah came down with a fever of about 105. At that point, we found out that he was neutropenic and his immune system was barely there anymore. Because his counts did drop after that first round, they decided that he would have to get shots daily for about 14 days after chemo for the next 2 rounds. In November, they did follow-up MRI and CT scans, and those came back completely clean. At that point, we knew that there was no cancer actively growing anywhere, so they put him in remission in November. The stress is unbelievable. And 2, I immediately stopped working. So Joe at that point became the only person that was bringing money in. So not only did he have to worry about his son being ill, worry about his daughter, he also had to worry about bringing money, and so we could survive. I knew it was gonna be bad, but you don't really know how bad it's gonna be. As far as my relationship with my husband, there was a huge strain on it, and we almost turned into, instead of being, partners, enemies. We disagreed on a lot of things. I wish somebody would have told me that, that's okay, initially, but you need to come together and you need to, be the team and you need to be there for Noah together. I wish I would have known that in the beginning, that partner's the best thing.